Welcome to the BTOP ordering guide. I'm excited to walk through this with you. In this ordering guide, I'm going to help you build your own part number or learn how to build your own part number. And then with that part number, you can use it to request a quote. You can use it to send to your purchasing department or buyer. You can also share it with your electrical distributor. The second thing I want to do in this video is I want to make sure that you're getting the correct fixture. So is this really the right fixture for your application? Do you have the right lumen selection? Like, is it too bright or is it not bright enough? Want to make sure that you get that part right, and then help you choose the correct voltage, which is really important. And then also help you select the mounting options. And by selecting all this information, then you're actually building out the part number. And then at the end of this, you're going to get a PDF copy of this slide deck that you can use to email, print, or share. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that as we go along here. So this is what the ordering matrix looks like. A little scary at first, I know, a little complicated and complex. That's why I want to do this video with you and break it down. So we'll go step by step by step. We'll walk through the product and the wattage and the voltage and go through all of this so you understand what it is, and that you'll be confident that you're making the right selection. And by the end of it, you'll be able to build a part number like the one at the bottom of the screen here. That's an example part number. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. Okay, so let's jump in. So this is the BTOP overview. Again, I want to make sure that you're getting the right fixture. So this one here is compatible with Kraus-Heinz with no adapter required. So what you see here is this fixture with that hinge, and that hinge actually and the diameter that fits perfectly on the Kraus-Heinz Champ fixture, and no adapter required, as I said. Now we also, with the same fixture, we have an optional Appleton adapter available, and that will allow you to install this directly into the Appleton Mercmaster 3. So this is the fixture. It's a very simple design, saves you money without compromising on quality. So we're sticklers when it comes to quality components, and I'm going to actually show you a little bit inside of this fixture and some of the components that we use, and you'll see how that helps you build the part number as well. Okay. One more thing I wanted to make sure as we jump into the product, and this is the BE EXP BTOP, is you might be saying, hold on a minute, I actually don't have an Appleton fixture, or I don't have a Kraus-Heinz. I just want this fixture, but I don't need to plug it in or have it adaptable. Okay, then if that's the scenario, I think you're looking at the wrong fixture. What I would recommend then is the EXP RD05, which is another fixture that we offer very similar to this. The difference is that we have universal mounting options. So there's 6 different mounting options available with the RD05. And as I was saying before, somewhere around this video, you'll see the PDF slide deck for the BTOP. And in the slide deck, there's going to be a link where you can learn more about the RD05. Go right to the website, check out the spec sheet, and learn more about that fixture. The other thing I wanted to be sure of is that the temperature that you're, like for the BTOP, the temperature is a standard temperature rating. And so if you're looking for something higher temp, we do have another fixture that's like a high temp upgrade. So like if you have a lot of heat or steam or moisture, I would recommend upgrading to our other fixture, which is EXP HH03, which is the high heat 03. This one is rated up to 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. It's using our driver on board technology. The other thing about this is it still has a C1D2 rating, and it's still compatible with Kraus-Heinz and Appleton using the hinge there. So those are 2 things I wanted to make sure that you're aware of before we jump in and build the part number for the BTOP. If you're looking for different mounting options, or if you're looking for a high temp upgrade, I would recommend these 2 other fixtures. Again, here's a link for you, which you can click on the PDF version of this. Okay, so let's jump in. So we've settled on the fact that we're going to go ahead with the BE EXP BTOP. BE just means back to earth energy, which is our parent company. EXP stands for explosion proof, and then BTOP is the model name. So as we start building this model here, you'll see in the example part number, we have made it this far. And one thing I would recommend doing is actually printing out the PDF that I send you, or you can use it digitally, and go ahead and just highlight that, knowing that that's your selection. And then each one of these, you can go through and highlight your selections. And then when you're done with that, it makes it really, really easy for you to print or forward on to your purchasing department or distributor, and build the part number from there. Okay, let's go to the second part, which is the wattage. Now you might be thinking, wow, you have a lot of wattage options and I have no idea what I need. perfect. We've got some resources for you that I want to walk you through so that you can confidently pick the right wattage. Okay, so here is our chart, and this is going to be included in the PDF where you have, some people don't know wattage, but they know the lumens. These wattages are the LED wattage, not your old HID. So this is our LED wattage, and this is how many lumens will be put out from that wattage selection. So I will kind of bring your attention to the fact that our top seller is actually the 8400 lumen fixture, which is 60 watts. So when you're building out the part number, 60 watt would be that option there. That's our most popular seller. But if you already know what lumen output you have been buying or the one that you would like, then you can simply choose from any of these. Okay. Now I want to show you one more resource that we have for you, which is a comparison chart. So the comparison chart walks you through HID equivalent, the Kraus-Heinz Champ options, the Appleton Merckmaster 3 options, and then our options here at LED in Action. So this is a really, really handy chart that you can use. So if you already are familiar with the HID wattage, then you just find the one that you're familiar with, and then just go across to the LED in Action, and this is the one that I would recommend. Now, if you are using the Kraus-Heinz Champ already, and let's say that you love the VMVL 13 in terms of like how bright it is for your application, it's the 13,100 lumen fixture from Kraus-Heinz, then I would just go straight across to here, and I would recommend the BTOP 100 watt 14,000 lumen from LED in Action. Now, let's say that you have been purchasing the Appleton Merckmaster 3 and you've been buying the MLG L5, which is 5,500 lumens, then I would recommend the BTOP 40 watt 5,600 lumen fixture from LED in Action. So I hope this chart is valuable for you and makes it easy for you to go ahead and select the wattage. Once you've selected the wattage, then like I said before, you just highlight that, and let's say you go with the 100 watt, and then you move on to the next section, which is voltage. Okay, so for the voltage, we have two options. Pretty simple. We have low volt and high volt. I do want to point out that the voltage is very, very important that you get that one right. If you don't know offhand what voltage you're running, talk to somebody on your team that does, because if you get that wrong, the light's not going to work. So it's really important. It's a very easy selection, either low volt or high volt, but it's very important that you get the right one. So this is what the inside of the fixture looks like. We use the Meanwhile driver, and you are either going to send you the low volt Meanwhile driver, which does a range of 120 to 277 volts, or we're going to send you the high volt driver, which is a range from 200 to 480 volts. So if you have 480 volt or 347 volt or whatever you're running, that will cover it with that range. I will like to point out as well that we do have a 10 kV SPD here. So Meanwhile is a industrial grade driver. We have tons of real world experience using this driver for over a decade in heavy industrial plants with a lot of good success with it. It's an industrial grade driver, and on top of that, we protect it with this built-in SPD. So this is exactly what it's going to look like when you look inside of the fixture here. Now, for electrical connection, this is kind of off topic, but it's very easy as well. We have a terminal block already built in, so when you pull your cable in, it's super easy just to do the line and the neutral and the ground. Okay. Okay, back to the driver though. It's like I said before, if you don't select the correct low volt or high volt option, it just won't work. So make sure you get that part right. Once you get that part then selected, now you're going to highlight the fixture, the wattage. Let's say you go with the low volt. The low volt is the most common that we see when it comes to the BTOP. But you know, if you have 347, 480 volt, we do sell those as well. So I will move on now to the next option, which is your lens degree. It comes standard with a D120, which is probably the best option for the BTOP. The BTOP usually is like a lower, like let's say it's on a catwalk and it's 7 or 8 foot mounting height. You definitely are going to want a very broad beam. I'm not going to get really into the technical side of the lens degree, but I will say that this is what that option looks like. It's literally just a glass cover that protects the diodes and gives you that full beam spread. Now we do have other options. So if you're looking for a 90 degree or a more narrow beam spread or something more technical, reach out to us. We're happy to help. we can get some IES files for you and help you with that. We also have, I will point out, we have 2D drawings and we have 3D drawings on our website. Now on the PDF file that you're going to get a copy of this slide deck, these are clickable links and it'll take you right to the 2D drawing, right to the 3D file as well. But back to the lens degree, yeah, I'd recommend the D120. It's our standard option, and hopefully that'll do the trick for you. If you need something different, reach out to us. Okay, moving on to CCT. This is just the color temperature. 5000K is standard. It's what we sell the most of for heavy industrial plants, especially outside as well as inside though. But it's more like a daylight color. It's the most common, like I say. We do have 4000K. We do have 3000K, 2700K. We have different options for that. We can customize it for you. We don't generally have them, manufacturing complete stock ready to ship like we do the 5K, but we definitely can custom order that for you from our factory and make that, okay? And then moving on to the class. I'm not going to get too much into this. We don't like to really advise on the class because we don't know what your governing body looks like. We don't know what the rules are for your plant. Each I guess environment would be maybe a different rating. I can say that the C1D2 is the most common class rating when it comes to explosion proof. But again, definitely check with somebody who knows. If you don't know yourself, make sure that you're getting the right one. C1D1 is a different special order that we're not offering on this. We could get it for you if we could look into that for you, but most common is C1D2. And one other thing I'll mention on this is that all of the ratings under the class here, this one fixture has all of those ratings. So if you order it with the C1D2, then it's automatically going to have all those ratings. So if you're one of those, you're good to go, but I'll let you decide on that. Okay. And then so far we've got, let's recap here. We've got the BE EXP B top 60 watt low volt D120 5000K C1D2. Okay. So again, another nice way to do that is just highlight those options as you go through. Okay. And that takes us to the last part, which is the options. There's 3 options: standard, C, or APP. Okay. And I'm going to walk you through each one. All right. So the first one we kind of talked about already. It's the standard option. I will say that even though it says the standard option, it's not our most common. The most common is the polycarbonate dome. But this standard option, meaning if you don't put anything extra in the part number, we're just going to ship you the D120 glass lens with that fixture. As you'll notice here, there's no options added to it. Now, if you do want the polycarbonate dome and wire guard, all you have to do is add C to the end of your part number. And this is the most common way that people do. It just helps spread it takes away the glare, especially on the lower mounting applications. Just makes it like this glass one. If it's a high mounting height, you probably wouldn't notice, but if it's low, it might be a little too bright for you. So this dome really helps take away that glare and helps spread out the light even better. Okay. And then the third option. So that was the first one that we talked about. Standard just means that if you forget to put anything in the part number, that's the way we're going to ship it to you. C is what I would recommend. It's our top seller for polycarbonate. And then the third option is APP. So the third option is actually the Appleton. So let's say, for example, that you have Appleton MercMaster 3 and you want to make sure that this fixture is going to fit. Then basically you have to add that APP on the end of the part number. Now, basically what you're going to get is this fixture here with the adapter included when you order it that way. So this bottom part here is the exact same as this. And all you're doing is you're adding this top part, and the diameter of this top part fits into the Appleton MercMaster 3. So you got to make sure to order that APP. One of the questions that I get often is, can we order the C, which is the polycarbonate dome, and the APP together? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. So we can send you this fixture here along with that installed for you already. And the way that that's going to look on the part number is exactly the same as this, except you're just going to add APP. So you leave the C on there and then you add, it's disappearing faster than I can write it, but so you leave the C on there, which tells us polycarbonate dome, and then you add the APP. Okay. And there you have it. That's your part number. Now, one more thing I wanted to show you here was how to order. So we sell exclusively through our national distribution partners, electrical distributors such as Graybar, Jexpro, Wesco, all the big companies, and many, many more that even aren't listed on here. Point being, if you reach out to one of these people or one of these companies, whoever your local partner is, and give them the part number, we should be in their system, or they can look us up in their system, and then they can give you a price. But if you don't have a local distributor, you're not sure who you want to work with, no problem at all. Reach out to us and we can help connect you. We actually have, at this time in 2025, we have 8 different reps that are LED in Action reps throughout North America, located in Canada as well as located in the USA. And we have samples. We can come on site to your plant. We've got all the PPE. We do audits. We offer all these free services for you. We've got a really knowledgeable team that can help guide you through the process of finding the right fixture for your application. So a couple different options. If you go to our website, ledinaction.com, you can just simply click on the free quote button and then fill out your details, and we'll get right back to you. Our local rep that's closest to your region will get back to you. As well as if you click contact us, you'll see we've got a 1-800 number here. We've got info@ledinaction.com. You can reach out to us, or you can just send us a message right from the web form there. We do have 2 locations to ship from. So our head office is actually in Canada. We're just south of Calgary in Pincher Creek, Alberta. And then we also have our USA distribution center, which is in Shelby, Montana. So if you're in the US, your orders will be shipping direct from Montana. If you're in Canada, we'll be shipping direct from Alberta. And yeah, so we're here to help you. We're here to assist. I really hope that this ordering guide was helpful for you. And just a reminder to make sure to, somewhere around this video, you'll see the PDF link to the to this ordering guide that you can print out, you can mark up, you can email it, make use of that. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.